All right, let's talk about Git. If you've been sticking to git add, commit, and push, you're honestly just scratching the surface. Today, we're going to peel back those layers and unlock the real power hiding underneath.
So, does this hit a little too close to home? You're wrestling with a just gnarly merge conflict, or maybe your branch history is this tangled mess of, oops, fixed another typo commits. Yeah, we've all been there. It is so frustrating.
But here's the thing. What if I told you there's this whole other set of tools in Git that can give you like pinpoint control and make you way more efficient? Well, that's what we're diving into. These are the commands that will seriously change how you work.
Okay, first up, let's look at a few small tweaks you can make to your everyday routine, but trust me, they have a massive impact. These are the tools that help you clean up your work before anyone else even has to look at it.
You know the scene, right? You dive in to fix one little bug, but while you're there, you spot something else you can refactor. You do both, and then you just lump them all into one big commit. The problem is, now your project's history is super confusing. So, the solution here is to trade in your blunderbuss for a scalpel. Instead of git add dot, which just grabs everything, you use git add -p. That -p stands for patch, and it's amazing. It walks you through every single chunk of code you changed and asks, hey, you want to include this piece? This lets you build these perfectly clean, focused commits. Your work starts to tell a really clear, understandable story.
Okay, here's another classic. You're deep in the zone on a new feature, your code is kinda all over the place, and then boom, an urgent production-level bug needs a fix right now. What do? Make some messy work-in-progress commit? No way. There's a much cleaner approach.
And that is your new best friend, Git Stash. I want you to think of it like a temporary shelf right next to your desk. You can just sweep all of your current unfinished work onto that shelf, leaving you with a perfectly clean slate to go tackle that emergency.
And the workflow couldn't be simpler. You just run git stash save and give it a little message so you remember what it is. Then you can switch branches, fix the bug, commit it, do whatever you need to do. And when you're ready to get back to it, just type git stash pop and boom, all your work is right back where you left it. It's just seamless.
So we've figured out how to manage our present work. Now let's get into the really cool stuff, cleaning up our past. This is where we basically become time travelers, rewriting history to make our project's future way, way cleaner.
So, you've just finished a feature. You feel great. But then you look at your branch history, and it's a total disaster. You've got like 15 tiny little commits with messages like whip, oops, and another typo fix. It makes code reviews a nightmare and just adds so much noise to the project's history.
And this is the perfect job for interactive rebase, or get rebase-i. It's kind of like opening your entire commit history up in a text editor. It lets you take all those little messy commits and squash them down into one single, beautiful, descriptive commit that perfectly explains the feature. You're turning that chaos into a clean, logical story.
But with all this power to rewrite history comes this deep-seated fear. It's that moment of pure panic where you hit enter and you just think, oh no, I think I just permanently deleted all of my work. But don't panic, because Git has this secret ultimate safety net called the reflog. It keeps a private journal of literally every single thing you do, every time you switch a branch, every commit, every reset. So if you accidentally delete a branch or lose a commit, the reflog is your personal time machine to go back and get it.
Honestly, knowing that reflog exists is what gives you the confidence to use powerful tools like rebase in the first place. You can experiment, you can try things, knowing you have an undo button for pretty much any mistake you can make. With reflog, almost nothing is ever truly lost.
Okay, so we've tamed our own personal workflow. Now let's level up and look at some advanced tools that make working with a team, well, just a whole lot smoother and more professional.
So here's a super common team scenario. Your colleague just fixed a critical bug over on their own feature branch. You need that fix on your branch, like now. But you definitely do not want to merge their entire unfinished feature into your work. So what do?
Well, the tool for this job is Git Cherry Pick, and it does exactly what it sounds like. It lets you look over at another branch, pick out one specific commit, like a cherry off a tree, and apply that exact change onto your current branch. It is surgical, it's precise, and it's so incredibly useful.
Now for the ultimate needle in a haystack problem. A bug popped up. You know it was introduced sometime in the last few weeks, somewhere in the last 500 commits. How in the world are you supposed to find the one single commit that broke everything? Well, you don't hunt for it manually. You use Git's automated bug detective, git bisect. This command it's pure magic. You just tell it one good commit where the bug didn't exist and one bad commit where you know it does, and then git bisect automates the entire hunt for you.
And the power here is that it uses a binary search. It jumps right to the middle of those 500 commits and asks you, hey, is the bug here? And based on your answer, it cuts the number of suspects in half, and then in half again and again. That's how you can find one bad commit out of 500 in like 9 steps. It is absolutely brilliant.
Okay, let's get to the final level of Git mastery. We're going to look at how you can set up automated systems that enforce quality and literally make Git work for you so you don't even have to think about it.
And this is all done with something called Git hooks. They're just little scripts that Git can run automatically at key moments. For example, you can set up a pre-commit hook that runs all of your tests before the commit is even made. And if a single test fails, Git just refuses to create the commit. It's like having an automated bouncer for your codebase.
And finally, a true guru-level command, git worktree. Remember that stash problem from earlier? What if you need to fix a quick bug, but you don't even want to bother stashing your current work? Well, worktree lets you check out a second branch into a completely separate folder while leaving all your main work untouched. You can have multiple branches checked out and ready to go all at the same time. It's a huge productivity booster.
So there you have it. We've gone from surgical commits all the way to time travel. Look, these tools aren't just about technical tricks, they're about craftsmanship. They give you the power to tell a clean, coherent, and professional story with your code. So now you got to decide, what story will your code tell?